Welcome back, Zip Nation. Your Akron Zips are back and gearing up for another year in the big time. Last season didn't end the way that this town hoped, but don't let that fool you. The Zips roll into season 16 behind Coach Eric Taylor, ranked number 16 in the nation, anchored by what looks like the number 9 defense in all of college football. And this unit, I tell you what, it hits like a freight train and swarms like a hornet's nest, ready to drag every opponent into a 4-quarter fistfight. Now, we've got 2 new coordinators dialing up the plays and a redshirt freshman taking the reins at quarterback. That means there might be a few growing pains, but Akron football has never been about flash. As you know, it's about grit. It's about heart. It's about good old-fashioned smash-mouth football, ground and pound on offense, suffocating pressure on defense, and a whole lot of blue-collar bruises left behind. The mission this year is simple. Zip fans, we want to take the Big 12, punch a ticket back to the college football playoff for the 3rd time, and show the nation that we're not done rising and not by a long shot. Buckle up, Akron fans. Season 16 starts now. Clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose. Eric Taylor is ready to go and get at it, and we are starting this season off, kicking off against Georgia Southern. We do meet the defending national champions, UCF, and then we have a preseason ranked number 23 TCU. Mississippi State is hovering out there. I don't think there's anybody to slouch on. We've got a potential. Arizona's good, so it's going to be tough. We're going to need to be on our toes. But we're looking forward to some amazing runs here. And I tell you, with this offense, everything's looking good. We've got the blocking to protect our guy. Our new guy is at quarterback, Carlos Watkins. He was the number 37 QB. We brought him in. He was somebody who came in with B-plus potential. He's down to B. He's grown a little bit. We tried to work on his QB IQ. His arm strength is amazing. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, though. But we're going to see what we've got. They are a pass-first team out of the Sun Belt. We have our new coordinators. We're going to hope things can go well. We're going to focus on the offensive pass. That looks good to me. Now, we are going for that balanced approach this year. Have we ever played them? We have not. And so that's going to be a little bit different as well in our play calling. So hopefully we get off this season to an astounding start. And we already got an interception on the first play of the game. And Eric Henderson gets a pass, easing in Mr. Watkins with a 14-yard gain. And then there we go, moving along. We're going to trust our coordinator, see what he's got here. And he gets stuck with a field goal. The defense at 3rd and 12 allows a 26-yard pass, but then we sack him on a cornerback blitz, it looks like. 4th and 17, we get the ball back. That's good news. And we are going to start running the ball. And oh my goodness, an interception on the own 5-yard line, and they capitalized to go up 7-3 on us. This is not the start we want. Growing pains indeed. Okay, there we go. Let's keep the ball on the ground, see what we can get by going that way. 3rd and 1. There we go. Ivan Hightower is going to be one of our big guys here along. DeAndre Webb as well. Picks up another 2 yards. Running the ball seems to be something good for us. 3rd and 5, we're going to do that stretch play. And there we go. Ivan Hightower with a 27-yard run gets us back up on top, 10-7. Let's see if we can minimize the mistakes. Let the defense do their thing. And there we go. Let's get back to our smash mouth football. We're going to try a little triple option here. Doesn't work like we hoped. 3rd and 9, we have to punt away again. This is not the best confidence builder. There we go. Going into much tougher games. Jerry McLeod, 35 yards from Carlos Watkins. Maybe I think we're just trying to pass the ball a little bit. We got to get back to our roots here. And that will be to, pound the ball at him, but we're not doing real well there either, are we? Let's try that blunt drive. Okay, picked up a little bit more. 2nd and 4, we have to move a little bit more. Omarion Salas, our top-tier tight end with a 26-yard pass. And then Austin Loon gets in there with a 5-yard run. We're up 17-7. Let's hopefully hold them. We do. We get the ball back at the half. And that is a good news for us. We're going to try a read option play here. Doesn't get us anywhere. Trent Armstead from Carlos Watkins. So maybe Watkins with that arm strength. You know, one thing we should try doing 3rd and 6, we don't quite get there. We are going to try to run it on the stretch play. And we get through. We should try to take a few more deep passes because he does have a heck of an arm. And there we go, Jerry McLeod. 41-yard pass from the young freshman. Fumble recovery there as well after getting sacked. So our man can throw the ball. DeAndre Webb runs it in for 8 yards. And now it looks like the team is finding, 52-yard pass. Georgia Southern's not wanting to go away quietly. Only they may not have a choice. A little play action pass on 2nd and 7 gets us nowhere. The double unders gets us nowhere either. And we get another interception. Things are looking good. Let's try the jet sweep play. Doesn't get us anywhere. The outside zone neither. So we kick the field goal, take it, 4th and 12. We're in the 3rd quarter. Things are going very well for us. Let's let the coordinators call the rest of this game out. Fumble, of course. And with that being said, it looks like we've got this thing won. I don't like doing the straight simulation because I'm afraid we'll miss something where we need to jump in. 449 yards to 260, 240 passing yards. Let's check. 1 interception and a TD. Not the most efficient, not bad. We averaged 3.8 yards a rush, not our best either. Lots of balance there between the three. McLeod, big-time play. Salas getting up there as well. But the defense, how many sacks did we have? 5 sacks, 2 interceptions. That's what we want to see. But they got 20 points on us. Not ideal, but part of that is we were not controlling the ball as well as we could have. But now it's time to jump ahead into the middle, in the meat of this season, to see how things unfold. So far, things are going okay for us. The defense is showing up. The offense is kind of hit or miss. We've got a few more turnovers than I want, but we've moved ourselves up. We're number 12. We're going up against number 8, Auburn, who is off to a hot start after beating Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, and then just knocking off Notre Dame. This is a team that likes to throw the ball, it looks like. They do allow a decent amount of yards per game, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. And so let's jump into the practice focuses. One thing I've been doing is working on downfield passing since we have a guy with a huge arm. So that's what we're going to try to do and see how that works for us because they run a 4-4. So that may mean that we can we might struggle to run the ball against them. We are still running the ball fairly well. Our passing yards is a little bit better than what we normally do. So it's a pick'em game. We got stomped by 20 last season in week 9. We are hoping to avoid that this season so we can continue what will hopefully be a dream season for us in season 16. Remember, we're only going through 20 seasons. That's the time limit I've given. It's retiring after that, and that's not a good start right there. They just came down the field and, okay, good. We got a little bit back. I was afraid we were going to be 3 and out, which is not what we wanted right off the bat with that. We're going to try the stretch play on 3rd and 5. Doesn't work, so we weren't much better than 3 and out. And we do get the ball back, though, only to fumble the punt return. That is a travesty and go down 14 points right off the bat. That is not what we want to see. But that right there is why we did the practicing with the longer throws, because we may need to throw the ball quite a bit in this game. There we go. Marco Gorman picking up 12 yards. We need the runs to work for us, though. And currently, they are not doing that. Let's try a slot out, a 3rd and 9, and we have a fumble. Watkins was sacked. They recovered the ball. This could be really bad for us. We're at a raucous 81,000 crowd that we're going up against as well. 3rd and 8. We do get ourselves out of that one. Play action pass, though, and we get sacked. Moving along, get it out of again, Amarian Salas. There we go, Austin Lang. Let's try to keep the ball on the ground for a little bit, shall we? Inside run, fullback dive, smash mouth football. We don't want to get away from that too much, even though we have a guy who can air it out. That's for when we need it. Such as now, 3rd and 8, and we get there. Henderson picks up 17 yards, and Hightower knocks it in for 4 yards. It's 14-7. Can the defense stand up to them? 3rd and 5. This is... Nope. 7-yard pass. And then 14-yard pass, and there they go. Oh, that is not what. Oh, that's what we want to see, though. Marco Gorman with a 72-yard pass from Carlos Watkins gets it back right away, but then we allow 27 yards right off the bat. And another 10, and another 17. Somebody get to the guy. Second and goal on the 2, and they just come and get it right back. The thing we did not want to see happen. Okay, we're moving the ball. We get sacked. 3rd and 2. We get the first down. We're going to try a deep shot so they're not all back there. It doesn't work. Hail Mary doesn't get us anything. You know what? Let's try an inside zone. 3 yards. Okay, so we're down 2 scores at the half. Not what we want to see, especially since we're not able to do anything on offense consistently. And then we get them to 3rd and long only to just fall apart. Whatever's going on, guys, it's not working. 3rd and 3, cover 3 sky. 4th and 3, and we hold them to a field goal. Finally, with a nice return out of it. Let's keep that ball on the ground. Only to get nothing. 1st and 10. There we go. Mix it up a little bit there, and we get sacked. Play action pass gets us nothing. A deep shot gets us 28 yards. We're on the 8. We're going to try running the ball before we do anything else. 2nd and goal on the 8. 3rd and goal on the 2. We're going to go with the fullback dive. DeAndre Webb gets there, and we are down 10 points. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 3 and out. That's good news. Let's see if we can get the ball back down the field. 1st and 10. Auburn 36. 1st and 10. Let's do it again. Only this time running up the middle. Doesn't work for us the same. Let's try the outside zone here. 2nd and 7 doesn't get us what we need. 3rd and 5. Try the tight end under. 48-yard field goal. I have had no success with these, and it continues to not have any success. But we get the ball back fairly quickly with plenty of time on the clock if we can get down the field. And we can't. Okay, the zone seems to be working better for us. Yeah, the zone is working much better for us this game. Unfortunately, we found that out much too late. We've got to move this ball down the field, get at least a field goal. And it's not looking good for us. And there's so much for the zone. 43-yard pass. Auburn might have our number again. We held them to a field goal. That gives us a chance. 1st and 10. Hey, there we go. Austin Lang, 32 yards. We are down 6 again. We need to stop. Okay, here we go. 4:40 left on the clock. 1st and 10. We have the ball. We do not need to be throwing the ball around unless we can't move the ball any other way. Let's try the tight end under again. Hey, there we go. McKinney picking up 12 yards. 1st and 10. Nope, 2nd and 10. Let's try a deep shot. Nope, let's not. Let's keep it on the ground. Halfback smash. Doesn't get us anything. Oh, my goodness. 4th and 6. This is the game. Watkins incompletes. And now we get the ball back somehow. Let's take a deep shot. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Nothing's working. We're going to try quick slants, and we get nothing. 6-point loss. That's a tough one. We were coming back on them, too. Not good from Watkins. Ran the ball okay. Sacked 6 times. That is not good enough with this offensive line. Not good enough at all. We lost to a good team. Not what we want to see, though. So we are going to have to think about our game plans, think about what we're doing. Maybe we need to focus on the run game instead. The deep pass, it's a weapon. I don't know if that needs to be our focus. Maybe we need to focus on something else. So we do get a defensive line back. We only dropped to 16th. We lost non-conference there. We still have destiny in our hands. UCF is struggling badly. No one is really doing well outside of Mississippi State. So I think that means we need to stay on Mississippi State right here and go ahead and jump into this game as well. Let's check out our defensive line, though, and offensive line. We have these injuries that are just nagging at us. We're going to just make him a standard on this one and see how things go. So as far as practicing, they allow a lot of rush. They do not run the ball well. They're very good against the run. Let's try these. Now let's try downfield again. We're going to try to move the ball. See with that bonus. They are 3-1. They're hungry for this. We finally beat them last season after losing the previous 3. So let's see if we can establish ourselves. It's a pick'em game. They are very good defensively here. We are rated better in both categories, but that doesn't mean anything, especially being on the road. It's only a 3 home field advantage, so that's good news, but it is rainy, and we picked a long... And look at this, 43-yard pass right off the bat. And they get it 16 yards, and now we're playing from behind. That is exactly what we did not want to have happen. The defense is supposed to go out there and set the tone. And we instead flub and get the ball back only to fumble the ball. This one, guys, we cannot afford to lose. We have to get this done. Coach Taylor needs to give them get something going, guys. All right, we held on to the ball finally. Let's go back to running the ball. Smash mouth. 3rd and 1 there. That's what we got going. Moving the ball, matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd and 1. We get there. 1st and 10. We have plenty of time. There's no need to rush. We're going to keep the ball on the ground here. 2nd and 3 gets us there. We're on the 19-yard line. Let's try this inside zone. That one slows us down, so we mix it up a little bit. Oh, it is 4th and 1. We're going to try the dive. Stuffed at the 12. This is not okay, guys. Let's try to catch him off guard. Interception. Goes from bad to worse. We can't get the ball in, and then we just 24-0. And we're getting nothing. Okay. Let's be smart with this. Get the ball down the field at the 46. We've got to get something, and nothing. We got a safety. There we go. Something happened for us. Let's try a play action, see if we can catch them off guard. We do get 14 yards off of that. Another one gets us another 22 yards. The curls picks up. We're on the 14-yard line. On the 7. Going to try the stretch play. It is 3rd and 1. The zone. Oh, it's on the 2. Do we kick the field goal? I think we need the points. We got to try for the points. And we get it. So now we are down 16. We are going to change this, and we're going to try to see if we can get the 2-point conversion. Fails, but we had to go for it to try to make it a 14-point game. Let's try the tight end under on 3rd and 5. It gets us 7 yards. We're playing from behind. I don't like it. 1st and 10. Okay, so running the ball has been working for us. We need to keep on that. Let's try a QB run up the middle. Only picks us up 2. The play action doesn't do anything. The curls does get us 13 yards to Jerry McLeod. We're going to try the outside zone. There we go. DeAndre Webb, 9 yards. Let's try the dive. Doesn't get us anything. 5 yards. We're down 10. We could have gone for 2, I guess. But the way we're moving the ball at the moment, I'd rather see if we can just work our way back down. Flanker curl gets us another 13 yards. Ooh, they want to go for it. I like it. Let's try it. Doesn't work. We get stuffed at the line. And unfortunately, they are now moving the ball. Okay. Down 12. We do have to get down the field. Let's try it right off the bat. Doesn't work for us. And sacked and fumbled. And that is all she wrote for this game. We're 3 and out. We do get the ball back there, but we're not coming back on this. We can't do anything. So we're going to see this one out, see how bad it gets. I tell you, disappointing indeed. I don't know. Something's off with our team. Wow. Yeah, the deep passing route is not going to work for us. I think we're going to go back to emphasizing the run and hang on the run, do some tweaks. We're not out of this thing to get into the college football playoff. The rest of the schedule could be very favorable to us. We just need Mississippi State to drop a couple games to be able to do that. But losing Mr. Reed here is not good for us. He's a top player. And, or no, they've recovered. So that is good news for us. But this is going to be one. Yeah, we're gonna reevaluate some stuff, adjust the game plan, and we're gonna go from play call style. Do we do the run first? I think we're gonna do run first and see how we do with that. All right, so we'll be back in a few games, see how the schedule's working out for us, and pick back up, and hopefully this will end up in our favor because we are far from out of this. We have the team to do it. We just have to get better at our making things work and fulfilling and executing. And the defense needs to step up for sure. This is not okay. 77 is not what we want. So we'll see if we can turn this thing around. Well, this has been a tough pill to swallow this season. Sitting at 7-4, getting beat by UCF barely by Kansas State, barely by Auburn. What could have been. It's really frustrating because in the standings, I mean, that UCF game, that would have been it. We'd have 2 losses. They'd have 2 losses, ranked 28th still. We'd have the tiebreakers. So this one has been very difficult. But we're going to hold our heads high. We're going to try to get to 8 wins and then get to 9 wins with the bowl game. We're going to try to go out on top. We're going to do rushing focus, limiting the short passing. They like to pass the ball. They are really poor at defending the run. And we are going to commit, I think, having this gunslinger out there. I got a little too overconfident with them. This line is so good, and we're just going to lose so many of our great players. It's really bad. But let's see if we can end this thing on a high note. We are 3-2 against them. We've won the last 2 against TCU. And we're going to hope that we can do so again this time as 11-point favorites. So it's going to be up to the defense actually playing well, though. That's going to be something we need to see happen. And I'm starting to think maybe this is just not something for the 3-4 defense this year has not been as strong. So, yeah, there we go. Let's keep that ball on the ground. We want to end strong. We're not giving up. That's not what Coach Taylor's all about. Clear eyes, full hearts. We're going to win this thing one way or another. We're going to still finish strong, get our prestige up, see if there's realignment. It's 2040. I think we should see some this season. There we go. Keeping the ball on the ground like we should have probably more this season. Braden Gilliam gets the pass. Because the problem, what I've realized in some of those losses, the Kansas State loss especially, we've turned the ball over way too much because this quarterback does not have the QB IQ that we need. So I was relying on him far, far too much when we shouldn't have been doing that. So that's on the coach. That's on me. Oh, come on, defense. Oh, we had them at second and long on the 1 yard line, and they got out of it, and now they're all the way to the 34, but we've hold them, get the ball back at the 30, pick up. Oh, we don't get anything, though. And they break through on 4th down, but we hold them again, so good news there. Let's try a little option, read option. Gets us nothing. Okay, there we go. We do have the ability to pass it, but again, I need to be more sparing with him. Now, the one goal in offseason, what we're hoping, all this playing time is going to help him and help him hopefully develop that QB IQ more than anything, so he'll be able to lead our team. But we're going to have to work in the transfer portal because we're losing a lot of good players. Now, we do work on development and facilities at this school. Akron's all about that. So hopefully we'll be able to do something. So 7-0. What a first half. Nothing going on here. Okay, you know what? We're just going to go chew the clock right off the bat. See if we can we're going back old school again. 3rd and 6. Austin Lone gets in there, 8-yard, and we've already taken up almost half the third quarter. And now they're taking up a good chunk for us. And we hold them on turnover on downs. So let's run the ball and continue to just go pounding this. This is what we should have been doing all season with a little bit of throwing mixed in there. And there we go, DeAndre Webb with a 10-yard run. And now all of a sudden things are looking good because we've been patient with the ball. We're not trying to force it. We're doing the short passes. And we're just running the ball, and it's working. But again, TCU has struggled against the run. We want to try to get a shutout here, so we're going to punt the ball. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 6 on the 13. We hold them. 7.5 minutes left. I like the run plays. Keep going, coach. Play action on 3rd and long. Gets it to Marco Gorman for 11 yards. 36-yard field goal is good. And an interception should see us finish this thing out. QB Neal, 24-0. A nice, efficient 435 yards, 291 on the ground. That's what I love to see. 10 of 19 for 131 yards. That is going back to our days. We don't throw the ball at all. 100 yards passing for TCU. 79 yards rushing. That's phenomenal. Way better than what we've been doing this season. It's good to see the defense finish on a high note. The offense just put them in too tough a position too many times. Let's see. Do we get any of these recruits? We get 2. We get a running back and a linebacker. This linebacker looks like he could be very good for us. So with that being said, we're going to go through the conference championship weeks because we are not going to be getting to go. We did work our way back up to 24th, which is what the AD wants us to do. So we're going to keep him happy. But let's get to the awards weeks and everything to see where we are going bowl season for. All right, it is time for the selection show. We will probably end up at 20. Oh, 20. No, wait. Oh, no. Did we drop out of the standings? Oh, they disrespected us and they left us out. UCF, 10-3, number 4. Wow. That's disappointing. But we do get a chance to go up against number 14 Pitt. So a chance to prove ourselves against the team. And that has a lot more school. I mean, all these, look at these schools of 34. So we're actually better than some of them, are tied with some of them as far as their school potential goes. So this one we need to win to get back up there. Kentucky out of nowhere. Ohio State, number 2. Of course they are. UCF getting the bye, trying to defend their title. We get a lot of nothing. We get 1 running back. We're not going to do any more recruiting. I've already gone after the targets that I have an actual shot at getting. We can, I guess, put 1 for there just to make sure they have somebody on there. But we're going to save the rest for our transfer portals. And we are going to jump into this and see what we've got going here. Let's advance to the first week. We're in the second bye week. Let's check out the awards first. I don't think we're going to get anything here, but you never know. We might have some freshman awards, or we do need hopefully get some all-conference. Syracuse, the quarterback, our old nemesis. UK's quarterback, Florida State's, Florida's, and Penn State's. And the winning one is Penn State. Did we have anybody? I wouldn't imagine that we would. Chuck Bednarik, Rice, Iowa State, UCF. Did we get anybody in this one? I mean, I feel like we should have potential, but we don't. Sean Alexander. This is one we might have a shot at for freshman of the year. UCF at Notre Dame, Jacksonville State. We do not get any. Did we have at least our quarterback up there at all? No. Okay. Home Depot Award. Nobody gets it. All-Americans. We got 1 player. Austin Lang gets a first-team All-American spot. Our running back. Wow. That's surprising to me. Second team, we get Terry Pruitt, an offensive lineman. Not surprising for me. And on third team, we get another offensive lineman. Not surprising. All conference, we don't get much. Oh, boy. Linebacker. Offensive lineman again, another offensive lineman. And then over here we have 2 linebackers and a cornerback. I think we needed to get a safety to meet one of our booster goals. All right. So we got another tight end coming onto the team. Good to know. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least one more. Now, see these. Oh, this guy we could put a lot of money into. We'd have to put a lot of money to try to win him over. So we're not going to worry about any of those. This is one that he doesn't care about money, so it doesn't do us any good. Again, doesn't care about money, so it doesn't do us any good. And doesn't care about money. But we could get him. I like that he's got so much potential. Let's go there. We still have a lot of money. We don't need to fill a ton of holes, I hope. But let's get ready for Pittsburgh at the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And let's see if we can finish this out. Get another 9-win season. I'm not discouraged. I know this is season 16. We got 4 more seasons we're going to go through. We need to finish big here to see if we can set ourselves up for future success. So let's get ready. See what Pitt has. We're going to focus on the running game again. Limit the passing game. Man, they are an offensive force, but they're really good against the run as well. Well, we're going to try it. Let's see. Strength against strength. They are favored by 3 points. We have not played in this game before. Have we played against them before? I don't think we have. No, we haven't. So let's jump in and let's find out how this thing goes. Trying to end on a great note to not get discouraged. The defense is struggling to start, though. But we hold them to a field goal. Good deal. And we are going to start with a run. That's what we've worked on, and that's what we're going to focus on. Old school Akron football. A little play action when we get closer. There we go. QB sneak. Carlos Watkins is in there. We take the lead 7-3. Such an efficient first drive. Can the defense stand up? It looks like our defense does better in zone. There we go. So we're going to try to maybe focus on that some. Running the ball, keep running it. Good job. The coach is on the same page. Oh my goodness, what a just marching down the field. Let's try the zone again, but we're going to do a free safety zone blitz. 3rd and 4, zone again, and it stops them. Sacked them, Amari Wyatt. So they're struggling against the zone. Maybe this is something I need to take a little bit more active role in if we can figure out a defense like that. Oh, there we go. Braden Gilliam picks up 15 yards. We pass it again. Jet sweep gets us nowhere. So we have 45-yarder, and we make it. Kicking has been a weak spot of our team as well. Stop doing that. So they're going wild on us. So let's try cover 2 drop. There we go. We stop them. We're going to try another zone. This time the cover 2 sink. 3rd and 1. Let's try a corner blitz. Doesn't work. They get 1 yard. Oh, but see, against man, they do so much better. So we need to focus on the zones. Not that they're going to be perfect, but they are helping a lot. They're doing so much better. Let's see if we can catch them off. 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 6, and it works. Webb runs for 15 yards. They weren't ready for that. Akron doesn't need a timeout yet, guys. We're going to still run the ball because it's what moves the ball the best for us. Let's try a deep shot. Oh, it doesn't work. Hold them going into this one. See, there's a zone. They're picking it apart, though. But we're able to get it. We actually get an interception. And we get the ball back to start the second half. So let's go ahead and go to chew clock and just take their soul and stomp on it by running it down their throats. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, they're coming back on us. See, the man coverage, it's not good, at least not in this game. It's not working for us. Let's try zone coverage again. There we go. Stopped them. 17-9. Play action pass to get us going. Keep them on their toes. 2nd and 6. We're going to try the read option. Lone gets it for 16 yards. A little play action moves it another 11. The stretch play moves it 10. Webb then only gets a yard. Oh, and then we're pushed back. But Henderson, 17-yard pass from Mr. Watkins. Hightower almost gets it in. Doesn't that time, but DeAndre Webb does pound it in there. And we're into the fourth quarter, up 24-9. Keeping our defense fresh as well. Let's try blitzing with the nickelback. Oh, interception there. Jerry Lomax. Well done. Why are we passing the ball, guys? That's why we're not passing the ball. 3rd and 14. We hold them. We get the ball back. Now let's run it. Continue to run it. We don't get there. But we took a little bit more off the clock, and we hold them again. Oh, there we go. Braden Gilliam picks up a big chunk. And now if we can just get into field goal range, we do not get there. We will punt it, try to pin them back. We got them on the 4 with less than 2 minutes to go. On the 9, 3rd and 5, 4th and 5 on the 9-yard line, and they get 15 yards, unfortunately, and there they go. But there's another interception. August Boyer. Let's see this thing out. Punted away, 40 seconds left. And over 392 yards to 381. So, again, 250 rushing yards, 3 turnovers. We also sacked him twice. We got sacked 4 times ourselves. For dropping back 15 times, that's not good. But that means, no, he didn't. That's 15 attempts, so he dropped back a few times beyond that. Not the best, but we're going to finish at 9-4. Hopefully that moves us up into the rankings, because that's where we need to end to keep our AD, Malachi Long, happy. We lose out another commitment. But that means it's time to jump ahead through the national championship. I'll come back for that and kick off the offseason. And there it is, our nemesis, the one we're trying to take down. Ohio State gets another national championship. It's been a while for them, but they beat Georgia 38-31. We finished 22nd. Mission accomplished. Disappointing, though. Disappointing overall. We started getting better at the end. We found our rhythm. We lost a lot of reputation here. We're down to 40 on integrity. Ouch. I thought McLeod got him more snaps than that. Didn't make an all-conference team. Didn't make an all-American team. All right, well, that's not good. But we can survive that. And we will survive that. Let's see how things are going for us. We can swap a skill badge. Got the... Do we have... Just recruiters? Shorten injuries. I think we're just going to keep what we have. What about our offensive coordinator? No new badges there. He does get better. We could up his offense, but we were already at plus 10, so let's give him a recruiting bonus. And we can do the same for this one. Oh, no, he downgrades. Oh, no. He was disappointing because he coached below his talent level. Wow, harsh. That's pretty harsh. Maybe he'll get hired by somebody else. Oh yeah, we have the lock. They were new. That's okay. We're gonna bounce back. We'll bounce back. We will stay. We're on the lock. That's what we're doing anyways. We will retain him. Now we could look elsewhere here. Who's out there? What do? We do aggressive zone. A nickel aggressive zone. That's interesting. Developer, professor, trainer, block shedding, linebacker development, man coverage. He's intriguing to me. But we're going to be loyal. He'll get hired on anyways down the road. We're not going to change that. We are going to change to an aggressive zone because conservative man was not working for us. We're going to stick to the run first mentality. Well, I guess we can do balance. We'll make ourselves run if we need to. All right, we have players entering draft. Defensive line, Moises McKinney is a redshirt sophomore tight end, stud tight end. Look at that, 62 receptions in his career. All conference. Max Workman is leaving. That's disappointing. Lots of graduates. Our whole offensive line, basically. Well, we're going to have some reputation. Akron's about to get some first-round players, that's for sure. Lots of draft picks going this time. That's going to make us look good. Let's see what we've got here as far as transferring goes. 8 potential transfers. Let's see. So the quarterbacks, Mr. Alessandro McCray, what are we at here? You're just subpar compared to everything that people around you are. So we will not convince you to stay. We've got a young J-Ro Ray here. Oh my goodness, this guy. Ooh, I don't think this is his strong suit. I don't know if he has a strong suit. I don't think it's quarterback. Running backs. Austin Lang, All-American. He's going to be back for us. And Hightower. So our 2 running backs are going to be back. We could let one of these guys go. We don't need them. I mean, we already have these guys as well that are chomping at the bit to come up there. So we're going to just let them both go. 4-star, though. Number 16 running back. But we have Preston Archer as well. He can catch the ball better. He's not as quick. He is stronger. He can pass block better. Let's pay him. Because we can maybe then keep him around for the next year after that too. And who knows? He might do well in the offseason training. McLeod's transferring. We broke a promise. That's a shame. But we've got lots of talent behind. Caesar Austin is wanting to go. What will it take to keep you? 1.7 million. Okay, so he's going to be 1, 2, 3. He'll be 4th. I think he'll get those targets. Tight end. Oh, we are once again low at tight end. Offensive line is really rough. That's concerning. Kicker. He does not have. He can go. We got another guy who's coming in that's. Well, his accuracy isn't as good, so no, we'll keep you around. You will play in 9 games. If nothing else, we'll make you the punter. Defensive line's all good. Linebacker, we are going to be. We got to keep him. Look at this. I mean, we just need help everywhere this year. Cornerback's actually going to be good. We'll see if we can get him in 40% of the snaps. And everything, yeah, we are going to be thin, that's for sure. So we're going to have to do a lot of maneuvering in the transfer portal. Bring in some key players. We don't need to worry about running back, wide receiver, or quarterback. We do need to worry about 10 players. Look at this, 18th overall. Several second rounders. Max Workman left to go in the 3rd round. Moises McKinney did go in the 2nd. Oh, wow. What a big one for us. Anybody from the Hall of Fame for us? Nope. Ring of Honor. We brought in Justice Sin. 56 games for us. Coming over from Alabama. And then being a big-time player, starting all the time for us. Record book updates, nothing there. We did have total forced turnovers. Not for us, anyways. Defensive talent was our new one. And Carlos Watkins set a game for being sacked in a game the most times with 6. So it's time for the offseason recruiting. I'm going to jump in to do that, and then we'll be back to see how things go on signing day and get ourselves ready for the new season. We are ready to see if we were able to pull in any of these recruits. We, as we saw, got pretty thin, so I'm excited to go after some really good recruits. We went after 11 of them. Spread out our money among all of them. Percentages are looking good, but I don't know if we're going to win them all. So let's take a quick look and find out. Okay, we got the first one off the line. Our number 1 recruit was this redshirt junior offensive lineman with A- potential. We'll have him for a year, but he'll be in the 80s. That's what we want. We have another one who's our redshirt freshman from Notre Dame. So as a sophomore, we could have him for a little bit if we can get him. And we hold off Kentucky. We came back on him, offering $1.5 million to usurp and take back the guy from Kentucky out of Ohio, so he should come back home. Central Falls, Rhode Island here. Values winning. This is the place to be. We win. But UConn went in heavy. And they were able to get him because they added another $1.25 million onto it. So unfortunately, we do not get our third offensive lineman there. Linebackers. That's a spot we were thin on. Bringing in one from Texas, 77. So that's going to be a guy who should be in the 80s. Going after another one from USC. And we take him as well. Tight end. Now that's where we have one, but then it's a huge drop-off. So we've got 2 tight ends on the board. We'll see if we can get one, if not both. And this is a guy who could go right into the starting lineup. And we barely nick him from UNLV. Wow, that's $600,000. We gave one little extra $100,000 to everybody at the end, and that made the difference. We could use another safety as well. We're thin there. We do take and we add another safety, so we're going to have 2 in the 80s. A defensive lineman. We're hoping to add some depth there, and we get one redshirt freshman out of Georgia who's 79 overall. We might pick up another offensive lineman. Doesn't have a lot of potential, but he can go straight into the starting lineup as a pass blocker. And we do get him. Let's see if we can add another defensive lineman. This one's spread out a little bit more, and we miss out on him. Louisiana Monroe was able to give him $1 million in NIL money, which was enough to pass us by, unfortunately. Do we pick up another tight end? We do pick up another tight end, so I'm very pleased with that recruiting class. That's actually a really, really nice class, and we've got lots of potential. We got a gem of a linebacker down there. This is actually a very solid class outside of our gadget player, Hudson Dupree, who I don't know what he's going to do. But he's not going to be throwing the ball. And he's not strong. I don't know. He's an odd one. We'll see where he ends up fitting down the road. Let's see where we rank in the recruiting rankings. It's going to be because of our transfer, that portal, that's for sure. If we get anywhere, we are dropping back where we're used to being, number 53, but we did not get, again, this is rated off of the recruits' ratings, not rated off of how good our actual class is. This is the big one here. We do up it just a little bit. We're still 7 stars. We couldn't get any higher, unfortunately. We've got lots of money, so let's go ahead and max out that NIL, resolve our debt, and resolve all the maintenance. But given that we have 4 seasons left to try to complete this goal of supremacy in 20 seasons, I think facilities, if we cannot get up to level 11. Because I think that would be a very beneficial one to do. Can we get up there to level 5? Okay, we can at least get up to level 5 on academics. So we go from an F plus to D on ratings. Woohoo! Boosters have a 35% chance now being gold or diamond. And coach experience gains are given a 9% bonus. That's going to be good because we cycle through our coordinators fairly quickly. Let's put the extra, whatever we have left there. Level 11's $32 million. So I don't know that we're going to be getting that anytime soon. Let's see what we get as far as the booster updates go. Hopefully, if we don't go down like we did last time, picking up a bronze and losing, I believe, a silver was last season. We're hoping. Okay, nobody's coming in, nobody's going out, so we still have quite a bit of money we're going in. Now the realignment. I don't think we're going to get to move up being a 7-star. Current conference, Big 12. Who's moving up? Syracuse is jumping all the way from the MAC up to the Big 10. And Rice is as well. From the American to the Big Ten. Wow. So the Big 12, nothing changes. We keep ours. Big Ten is adding Rice and Syracuse. Huh. SEC's losing 2 schools, Missouri and Ole Miss. ACC, South Carolina and SMU. Pac-12, South Florida and Duke. The American, Mid-American. But we saw that UCF, we can win as the Big 12. So that's not a concern. And it's actually, being in the Big 12 might be a little bit better for us because now we don't have to fight it out with some stronger teams throughout the season. There's really only 2 teams that, well, 3. Mississippi State's been a problem for us. But other than that, we've shown we can beat everybody. We've been beating TCU okay. Some upsets have been there, but I think this is good news for us as far as the long term and getting back to the college football playoff and being able to build up again. So let's take a look at the out-of-conference schedule. We do have to schedule Georgia Southern. At some point, we're going to go ahead and do that. We are not going to pay $7.5 million towards Bowling Green. And what was USC? USC 7-6 last season. Going up against a Big Ten team, that's not the worst idea, but let's go somewhere else. Should we schedule Ohio State? I don't know. Let's bring in FIU for $2 million. 9-4, solid team. They could be dangerous. What about USC? We could do Ohio State, take a shot at them, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to meet them in the playoff. Instead, we're going to go up against Duke out of the Pac-12. Oh, they were 10-3. No, we're not. We are going to be a little scared because I don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot by losing against a team that we should beat. We've had that happen to us too many times. Let's try James Madison out of the Sun Belt. They're probably pretty good. They are, but they are in the Sun Belt, so their team's maybe not as strong. Kansas State, look at this. 3-star prestige still hanging out in the Big 12. These prestige have dropped quite a bit from those, but none of us were good enough to move up. And with that, it means it's time to advance and check out how well we did in the offseason gains. Let's take a look at those offseason gains now. We've got a few 90 overalls. Let's check it out. Okay, Carlos Watkins. Strength and accuracy got better, but what about IQ? He's still 67 in QB IQ. The kid can sling it, but man, he doesn't know what he's doing out there. Well, Mr. Patrick here, 95 in accuracy or in QB IQ, just doesn't have the arm strength, but his accuracy is good. But Watkins has some speed to him as well. Man, we got another gunslinger down here, and Hudson Dupree, well, we'll just have to see what he amounts to. So we're going to be training up Watkins and Patrick. We might have a QB battle on our hands here. I do love the field generals. All right, running backs. Wow, Austin Lang, a massive gain there. His route running, his evasion, his catching, his speed's 100, his evasion, his ball carrier vision, all that is amazing. Man, his catching went up 8, and it's just now 64. That was horrible. Ivan Hightower, not too shabby behind him, and then we got some young guys that are gunning for it. We are a running back factory, I feel like, and that's good to see. Wide receivers, we've got 5 solid wide receivers to throw to. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to get that. We might have to... I mean, they're basically the same. He's better at ball security, so we might move Cesar Austin up there to get him those targets because we took a big hit on integrity. And Ezra Murdoch, our transfer, 88. Ernesto Charles. So we've got 3 solid tight ends, 2 of them being redshirt sophomores. We got our transfer to plug in the hole as these 2 emerge. So that's really good. We got some big gains down here from a C+. The facilities are paying off. Offensive line, this is what we really need to see. We lost some major players. We've got some young guys who are showing something here, though. 91 overall. So this is just the odd thing. A D potential player moving up 9 points, interestingly enough. And his run blocking is what improved. That's going to be really good for us. Run blocking needs to improve for Epps there. The only concern I have is none of these guys are big on run blocking. He might actually get a start, Braden Carney, because we do need some run blockers. Unless we can get some QB IQs. As far as kickers go, we've got accurate kickers, and then we've got an okay, just middle of the road, Kane Zaragoza. So we're going to find out what happens with those two. They'll be in a bit of battle. Solid defensive line, 4 of them being in the 80s. Linebackers, 4 of them being in the 80s. Again, 1 in the 90s. Reginald Bonner, is that our transfer guy? No, he's been with us the whole time. That's exciting to see. Emerging. And then at cornerback, look, it's a 90, then 89, 88, 83. So he is one thing I need to do is work. He's better at man coverage. Better at man coverage, better at zone. So we may need to take that into account, some of those coverages. And then safety, we're decent. 2 in the 80s, not bad at all. They're both juniors. We've got young guys coming up here, and Damian Cannon, for example. So overall, I like where we're at. I think we've got a good, solid team. We're going to go with the balanced. What if we did run first? We'd still be doing great there. We will do balance and balance. We will do the 3-4 with an... Ooh, I don't like the conservative man. We could do aggressive man. But we're going to stick to the aggressive zone for now. We're not going to change that. We will stay on the 3-4. We can change this throughout the season if we want to try something. I like all of this. We're going to do a balanced on the passing because our guy can throw the ball pretty well. We're going to keep it at balanced again. We probably should be a little more conservative with it, but we're not going to be. We're going to try to train up the IQ of the man and see what we can do there. This roster, this is another solid roster. I don't know if it will be rated as highly overall or not, but this is good. So we're getting ready for the spring. Going to get ready for season 17. I want to thank you all. This is where we wrap this one up. Thank you for coming back. You guys have been a great group watching this. And so I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I am going to put this up 4 more seasons. After 20 seasons, if we don't get there, I think it's kind of time to hang it up. So we are going to try to see if we can get there. We've missed out on the conference title or the CFP the last 2 seasons. It's been disappointing because I thought we were good enough to make it. So will we be able to get back up there? Will we overcome the special teams problems potentially this season and get there? That's what we'll find out. So tune back in next time as we try to achieve our goal and become the major power. What I do think we're going to do is start scheduling Ohio State, though, after this season. We're going to have to try to do that to knock them off and see how things go. But, yeah, thanks again, and come back next time. Until then, take care and just have yourselves an awesome day.